What is the Gator method in flipping houses? By the end of this video, you're going to understand what the Gator method is, how to use it, and how to protect yourself. You ever hear someone talk about Gator lending or the Gator method and you wonder to yourself, what in the heck is that? Well, I'm going to explain it here in this video. This strategy can get you into deals without doing a full flip, but there are risks associated. In this video, I'm going to walk you through what the Gator method really is and how to approach it from a very smart position. Did you ever ask somebody for a Kleenex and know you're just really asking for a tissue? Did you ever ask for a Xerox copy of something when really it's just a copy? You know, a Kleenex is just a brand name for a tissue, right? And a Xerox is just a brand name for a copy. Well, the Gator method is a brand name for micro lending. It's not new. It's been around for a long time. It's just a clever way to get people to get into real estate investing, and they're going to charge you a few grand to learn. I'm going to teach you right here how it all works. If you have followed me for any length of time, you know that we have a lot of videos on our channel about wholesaling, about flipping, and all that. Please check them out. But if you are a wholesaler, you put houses under contract to then flip to another investor, and you're going to make money with that. One of the problems is that people that do that, if they don't do it the way we do it, if they do it kind of, I call it incorrectly, they put large deposits or $1,000 or $2,000 in what's called earnest money on the contract to lock up that contract. Now, their intention is to lock up a contract, then go find a cash buyer that will then close on that deal. Well, that $1,000 or $2,000 or $5,000 will be locked up in escrow until this third party closes on that deal. That could be 2 weeks. It could be 2 months if there's title issues. It takes time. And these people that want to be wholesalers don't have the cash to fund all those earnest money deposits. That's where the Gator method comes in. They teach you how to be part of a network where you can loan money to people for earnest money. It's called micro lending. Now, there are some risks associated with that. You can try and protect yourself as best you can by having it secured by some assets that wholesaler has. The more I have seen this, the more I've seen people that have gotten burned because the person doesn't actually have any assets. That's why they're wholesaling in the first place. And if they can't come up with a few $1,000s to secure some contracts, well, that might not be the best person to be lending money on. But nonetheless, it's a thing that people do. Why do they do it? Because, frankly, you can charge a lot of money in an interest rate. I could say to you, you need $5,000 in earnest money to secure that contract? Good. As soon as that contract sells, I get my $5,000 back plus $2,500 on top of it. A 50% return. Or I could charge $1,000. There's no regulation to it. There's no guidance to it. It's whatever you and the person accept. Now, it could be they say $500 and that's a 10% return over 1 month you loan the money. That's a 100% annualized rate of return. So while it looks great on paper, it's also risky. If that deal doesn't go through and the wholesaler loses their deposit and you're the one that lent the money, well, guess what? You're the one that's out the money, not the wholesaler. Now, again, if you can secure that against some other asset they have, great. There's also legality versus reality. Legality is you're protected under an asset. Reality is good luck collecting that money. So I would be very cautious in being a micro lender. I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying that if you're going to be a micro lender, be very, very clear on your terms. Be very, very clear on how your money is now guaranteed to get back to you, how it's secured by another asset of theirs or somebody's, so you make sure you get paid. You may even want to think about securing it on an account they have, or a retirement account they have, or a car that they have. Find some way to secure your money. Don't be lured in by the big fancy returns that are annualized on. Make 100% in your money, 200% in your money. Because if you never actually collect the money, you didn't actually make that return, did you? So just be very cautious as a micro lender. You're not really a real estate investor. It feels like you're getting into real estate, but you're not. There's a wholesaler, which is kind of the first level of trying to be a real estate investor, but you're not. You're just a transactional person. And now if you're lending money to a transactional person, you're not lending money to a real estate investor, you're lending money to a wholesaler, which is a very different proposition. If you do decide to go forward as a micro lender, make certain that your paperwork is crystal clear and have an attorney look at it so you know that you're protected. A lot of times in these cases, you're loaning money to people in a different state, which I do not recommend because there's different laws in different states and different lawyers in different states. And I would just, again, I'm going to caution you to be very careful about that. My advice to you is if you have a few $1,000s you want to invest and you want to get into real estate, invest it in you. If you ask a lot of top people to say, if I had to start over again and I had $5,000 to invest or $10,000 to invest, what should I invest in? You can't turn $5,000 or $10,000 into anything significant in any length of time. It's going to take decades to turn that into something. You're much better to invest it in yourself in some type of education, coaching, mentoring. And I'm not saying me, that is one of the things I do, but I'm not saying me. Invest in you. I have invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in myself over the years, and I have been able to earn multi-tens of millions of dollars because I've invested in myself and made myself a better person. So I would strongly encourage you, if you have a small amount of money to invest and you want to become a real estate investor, invest in yourself. Figure out how you can become a better person and become the person that people want to lend money to. I think if you do that, you're going to be much happier as a real estate investor. All right, so let me tell you how you should be doing it if you're a wholesaler. Or if you talk to a wholesaler and they say, hey, I need money to borrow for my earnest money. You know what we do? Over 70 deals a year, right? We make, I don't know, $1.2 million, $1.3 million a year in gross profit on our wholesale flips in our company. Our deposit is $100. And that's what we write on every contract, and we keep $100 in the escrow account of our attorney's office, and that's what we have. And nobody ever asks us to show the money to them because it's $100. Now, I will say this, we are very, very well known in our market. We've been running TV commercials, we've been on the news, we've been on the radio, we work with multiple children's charities in upstate New York. So we have been around a long time and we have a very strong name for ourselves in the community, over 20 years of investing. So people know who we are. So that helps. But even when we were not so well known, we just put $100 down. It's funny how if you just act like you're supposed to do what you're doing, if that's just normal, people go along with it. But if you act all scared about things, well, I always remember the story of the guy who was bet that he couldn't take one of those big planters out of a mall, big planter with a tree in it. So him and his buddy got a couple of white overall outfits and they put them on with some white hats on. They walked in with a couple of dollies and they walked in and they carried out that big planter. As rumor had it, they even had the security guard open the door and hold it for them because they acted like they were supposed to be there and nobody even questioned them. So my point to that is, if you act like a $100 deposit is normal, it'll be normal for you. You don't have to make this business complicated, and you certainly don't have to go through something called the Gator method to try and risk your money there. If you do decide to go with that, make sure you're in a very strong community of people and make sure you know the person. Make sure that if you do decide to go this method that you vet that person. I would do a background check. I would make sure you know exactly who they are, where they live, their phone number, their license, their social security number. I'd make sure you know everything about that person so they don't run off with your money. If they're a reputable business person, they have no problem sharing that information with you. So whether you're lending or flipping, the numbers don't lie. It's important for you as an investor to understand numbers and understand math on flips. And because of that, I want you to watch this next video where I'm going to break down exactly how you evaluate a house, learning what the ARV should be, the after repair value, the MAO, called your maximum allowable offer, how to estimate repair costs so you know what someone should be paying if they're going to wholesale a house, if they're going to do a cosmetic flip or they're going to do a full flip. Whatever the numbers might be, this will give it to you. And we learned this and taught it to ourselves over 20 years of blood, sweat, and tears. And I want to shorten that learning curve for you. So check out this video. If it's not here, look in the description, click on the link, and I hope it helps you a lot. My gift to you.